Welcome back to the Sleepy Keys Craft Corner. Today on the program, we are going to be crafting an Easter Cornucopia. Don't think if you have a cornucopia, you can only use it for Thanksgiving or Groundhog's Day or Valentine's Day or even St. Patrick's Day, because you can also break out this cornucopia for Easter as well. It's a basket. It looks like a basket. So why go to the store and get another basket when you've got a perfectly good basket cornucopia that you can use at home? Now, what you'll need for this project is, number one, a cornucopia, obviously. Any size will do. This is the size cornucopia that I've already got at home, but you can use one that's a little bit smaller just to make sure that it's got enough room for filling it with items and eggs and such. So you will also need a couple of eggs, little plastic eggs. These are going to be for your Easter gifts. They're surprises, right? And some sort of filling item that you want to fill your basket with. This could be a decorative grass. It could be real hay if you've got that laying around. It could be, oh gosh, like poof balls, the straw basket filler material, whatever you've got, whatever you'd like to use to fill the basket. Some sunglasses for eyes, a couple of markers. In this case, I'm just going to use some highlighters, a cotton ball or a poof ball, which I'm going to use here. Can you guess what this is going to be for? It's Easter. Scissors, any scissors you like to use. We've got, child-proof dull scissors, or, your good crafting shears. That's going to be used to create some shapes out of cardstock or foam. And then whatever foam, cardstock material that you want to use, that's going to be used to cut some shapes out of, okay? So we've got that. And then think of some other toys, fun items, anything that you want to put inside of the eggs and the cornucopia that are going to be a hit for the friend, family member, child, whomever that you're going to be gifting this Easter cornucopia to. So, starting off, gotta get these eggs out of this basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, they say, but I will be doing that in this cornucopia. So, my cornucopia is actually going to go off to the side. And actually, the very first thing that I want to do is fill my eggs with the surprises and treats for the recipient. So, here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got a dozen eggs, dozen plastic eggs. But you know what? I don't have to fill them all. And I don't have to fill them all with sweets, jelly beans. These are going to a jelly bean free household, or so I've been told. And so I need to make sure I've got them filled with some other items. And then do keep in mind, if you are going to be hiding your Easter cornucopia in the yard or outside, ensure that if you've got meltable items like chocolates and products like that, if they're going to be sitting outside for some time, then you maybe want to avoid putting those in the Easter cornucopia. So, I've got some little toys like this. Okay, this fits perfectly. I love it. This is a little lamb, like Mary's. Mary had a little lamb. Now, the recipient of this cornucopia, they're going to have a little lamb too. And I'm going to put it in this egg, just like that. Eggs don't always have to be full of treats. They can be full of whimsical, fun little toys and items, just like that. And that's not going to melt in the sun either. So there's a little lamb. 1 egg down. Now, this egg, I've got another little lamb that I'm going to put in. I believe it'll fit. Yes, it does. or mostly fits. Oh, sorry. There we go. Little lamb in this egg too. You might be wondering why I've got these vampire teeth. They're going to come in later. But these can also be a fun gift for the kids. Now, it kind of fits in there. Yeah, if you just fold it in half. Who says vampire teeth are just for Halloween? Not me. Any time of year. It's a fun time for vampire teeth. Now I'm actually going to be using these again, so I'm going to take them out, but that's just an idea of what you can put in to your decorative egg. Now, something else you can do is put a smaller egg into your egg. Something like a quail egg. A real small egg can go inside of the fake egg. But then a real egg could go inside here, but it might be too tight of a fit. Now what I want to put into this egg is every child's favorite, and that's nature's candy. It is a big old date. So we've got a delicious date that's going to go into this egg, and it just fits perfectly, just like that. They're going to be in for such a fun surprise when they open this egg and they see a delicious, healthy, fiberful date on their egg. And you know what? Dates are so good, and they're going to be such a hit with the kids that I'm going to put a date. I'm going to put a date in this egg too. All you do is put it inside the plastic egg, close up the top just like that. They're going to love it. They're going to be fighting over these eggs, I tell you what. Now, I get it. Some of the kids say, "Oh, well, give me chocolate. Give me this. Great. I don't want everyone to be upset. I want them to be happy on Easter. So I'm going to include one Cadbury cream egg. Just one. They don't need more than one, or they're going to be bouncing off the walls. We don't want that. So this egg's going to have the real Cadbury cream egg in there. Then this yellow egg right here. Look, things are getting a little wild with the dates and the Cadbury egg. So let's add something with a little bit of crunch. And I've got every kid's favorite, a rice cake. But look, this isn't just a plain, unflavored rice cake. You know, not the plain kind that you're going to put a little peanut butter on, add some raisins on top. That's for a different snacking occasion. Now this rice cake, this one has a little bit of a caramel flavoring about it. So it's a sweet rice cake as opposed to a savory rice cake. So now, as you can see, how is this rice cake going to fit inside this egg? Doesn't fit. It's eclipsing it, right? So what I'm going to do is break this into smaller rice cake pieces and then distribute that between the rest of these eggs. So just break this up here. It's still a little bit too... There we go, that fits. Bet that'll fit. Fits perfectly. Still a little bit big. There we go. Rice cake. Another rice cake in here. And one more in here. Okay. Great. I'll just have the rest of this one. Now that my hands are a little bit sticky from the rice cake, I'm going to go ahead and use this fun decorative filler. It's made out of shredded plastic, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to use that to fill the inside of my Easter basket cornucopia. So it's kind of fun. I feel like it's got lots of pretty colors to it, very iridescent. And then some of the pieces have, oh, like this one. Look at that. Looks like a hologram, you know. Looks like beautiful iridescent, shiny, fun plastic. I don't know. I just like it. And then this pink color. I don't believe it. It's too cute. Now I'm going to use that. Just start to break it apart a little bit. And then put it inside of my Easter cornucopia. Just like that. It's almost like a nest. Now it's looking a bit like a bird's nest. And it's really going to start to look like a bird's nest once I put the eggs in there, too. Anyways, put that in there. And that ought to do it. You don't want to overfill because you want to have room for the eggs. So let's make sure we can do that by placing, oh, look at that. It's a beautiful nest. I love it. Putting the eggs in here. And you want to mix them up so they don't just grab the, you know, the sweet, delicious dates first. Or, you know, eat all the, oh gosh, what is it? The rice cake all at once. This heavy one. I think we know what's in there. Put that one right in the middle. Wow, look at that. I'm going to add a little bit of the decorative filling on top. Wow, what a fun basket this is. But this just makes it look like a fun basket on the inside, right? A beautiful Easter basket. But we need to decorate the outside because that needs to be a little bit more fun. And so how are we going to do that today? Well, you know how I like to add a fun face. And so I thought for this one, we could do the glasses. I could just feed these in here. Look at that. And this way you can gift these glasses to the recipient as well. So this can be part of the Easter gifting basket also, not just for fun. And what I want to do now is add an Easter bunny ear. Now I don't have any pink cardstock laying around. Can you believe it? But what I do have is this lightish green color. I think I use it for shamrocks. Kind of bean shaped, looking at this. But I'm going to make two little Easter bunny ears, and we're going to just stick those out right here and here. Or maybe it's right here and here. Now what does an Easter bunny ear look like? Well, I think it's just like, oh geez. Just like a shape like that. I think I can do this freehand. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's something that I need to follow a template for. Just a basic ear shape. Now, I'm going to cut these out, but if you don't have this kind of cardstock or any paper laying around, maybe you have some fun Easter bunny ears. The ones that they have that you put them on a little headband, and then there's the ears. So you can buy those in the store. I'm not going to buy them, but you can buy those in the store, and then that can also be part of this gift. You can put the ears on it. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to use these ears I'm cutting out. But that is another option for decorating the basket. Bring this down here. I want these to be sort of symmetrical, but they don't have. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a fun Easter basket craft. It does not have to be perfect. All the crafts on the Sleepy Keys Tinkle Network do not have to be perfect. Look, now I've got these two fun Easter bunny ears that I'm going to stick right into the basket, just like that. Isn't that fun? Look, and if I wanted to, I could have one be a little bit bent. You know how that's cute when the Easter bunny's got the little one floppy ear, one not floppy ear, something like that. These are looking a little puppy dog, so I'm going to bring them closer together. I think that's more Easter bunny. There we go. Yes. Wow, that looks great, doesn't it? But here's what's really going to set this apart for your Easter receiving friend, family member, whoever it may be. We're going to turn this bunny into a bunnicula. And we're going to have these fun vampire teeth. They're just plastic. They're not going to hurt anything. But, you know, maybe you've got these laying around since October. And you bought a whole pack of them. And you only put some in your mouth. Maybe you put these in your mouth, but you sanitize them. And now you're going to put them on your Easter bunny basket. So just find an area within the basket where there's a bit of an opening. Shove it in there. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. So what I might do, oh, that looks great. What I might do is, I'll just use some of this string, the one that looks kind of invisible. Maybe I'll feed that through. If I can somehow get that through the basket. My eggs are going to go all which ways. Okay, here we go. Just put that there. And then I can use this to sort of get the tooth. There we go. Now if I can just shove this into the corner here and get this into this corner, just like so. There we go. Isn't that cute? There's your little vampire bunny for the season. Kids are gonna love it. Now you've got your bunny ears, the bunny face, bunny fangs. We could use a little bit more bunny decoration by adding a fun little tail to the back somewhere. Just shove that somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. Or you can use hot glue or tape and just stick that on the back. I'm just going to put it in this right here. And now we've got our fun bunny, but it needs a little something. It needs a little something on the outside. That's where these cupcake liners are going to come in. And we're going to turn these cupcake liners into beautiful little flowers. And that's going to decorate some of the areas, fill in some of the gaps. Now to do this, you take your cupcake liner, just flatten it out just a bit so that you can get a nice halfway fold. So you're taking the ridges of the cupcake liner, fold it over once, then folding it over itself again. Now you've got this fun little fan shape here. So you take the fan shape, take your scissors, cut in the middle once, and then you're going to make a little petal shape. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but round a corner a little bit, cut in here, round this corner a bit there, round that a bit, cut that part out, round that a bit, and cut it here, round this corner here, and I think that's good enough. So now you've got all these different pieces come apart here. Now you open that back up, and if you want, you can make a little hole in the bottom here so you can, feed a piece of string through. Cut that open and open it up, and now look at that. It's a flower. It's a beautiful spring flower. So with these, you can break them apart a little bit so it adds a little bit more heft. And if you want, that's where the markers come in. You can add a little bit of color to these. Now, if you had, watercolor or even old coffee grounds, you can dip these in there and get some nice color variations. But I'm just going to add a little bit of color to the outside with a highlighter here. Gosh, and I can't see anything with this one. Put that one back. Let's try this purple. Yes. That looks pretty. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, so you can try and color them individually or take a few out, get some different layers in there. I can't see the yellow very well. That's not a good choice. And today I've put down this really handy placemat, so I can color wherever I like without worrying about it ruining my table. I could see this being a fun activity to do with the Ink-a-Dink-a-Doo stamps, where maybe you stamp some of these flowers and you've got some patterns on them and some fun colors. That could be a good look too. Okay. Now, I don't know why this isn't fitting in there. Okay. Great. That's enough. I don't even have to color it that much with these fun coloring highlighters. Just going to do a little bit here, a little bit there, and then take them, layer them back together, kind of pinch them together like this. Wow, and now we've got a beautiful flower. I think it looks great. And this flower is just going to be in the bunny's hair. Bunny hair, get it? So we'll put that right here. Just shove that in the top. There it is. And there you go. So easy. We've got a fun Easter cornucopia filled to the brim. It's an Easter basket of plenty, is what it is. And that's it. It's a fun Easter cornucopia filled with a beautiful nest of delicious eggs filled with dates, rice cakes, one Cadbury egg, and then a little Easter tail fell off, and then a fun face with a little flower in its hair. So there you go. Happy Easter, folks. I hope you give this craft a try, and do send me a picture in the mail if you do give it a try. I'd love to see what you create.